Welcome back to the Long Play Listening Party. We are continuing the conversation, best music we heard in 2021. And Til, I just wanted to give you another chance. We've all done 3 or 4, maybe. I think you've only done 2, so I wanted to jump back. And if there's anything else you wanted to highlight, maybe something local. You haven't done a Lawrence one, I don't think. So what jumped out to you from this, or from the Denver area, maybe? Where you spent the summer?
God, it all starts to bleed together after a while.
Yeah, I mean, saw some of your stuff, you were posting during the summer. It looked super fun.
Yeah.
Good gigs.
Friends of mine that stuff out, and then I listen and enjoy it, and then immediately I'm like, wait, was that this year? Was that last year?
Yeah.
That's part, it's part of like what Sean was talking about. You got kids, things tend to start blurring together after a while. And a real quick one that I thought of that I played a lot, it's not a local or anything, but love the Welfare Jazz by Viagra Boys. Was just killer. If anybody's familiar with that kind of post-punk, I think they're Swiss, but yeah.
Welfare Jazz.
Welfare Jet. The net group is Viagra Boys.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
It's super cool album. Another one that I loved I was really excited when it came out was the Black to the Future by Sons of Kemet.
I heard about that project.
Oh man, I've loved every album they've put out. It is such a cool, interesting jazz thing happening. And, they're super cool.
I'm behind on it, but I heard about that project. That name grabbed me.
Oh, they're awesome. It's an interesting combination of having 2 drummers, saxophone, and tuba. Yeah, brings in guest vocalists to do things over it. But yeah, they're awesome.
Nate, you would love it. Nate, you would love
it. Man. I'm writing typing all this stuff down. And I was going to mention Misunderstood by We the People, and like some of Eddie Moore stuff. He put out that single, We Chillin'. Man, he's done like that. That record's good. And like, I need to see them live, but I've seen some stuff that they've put out. And it looks, incredible. Just the musicianship and then just the music that they're creating is awesome. But I didn't know if anybody had heard that record or anything, but.
It's going to take me all of January just to get through the stuff we're mentioning.
We're like 40 minutes in. Yeah, this is crazy. I will say that the jazz record I listened to, which is a little corporate, but ended up being like really poignant, was the Tony Bennett Lady Gaga duet. And I don't know if you listened to it, but it's all Cole Porter tunes, and the band is amazing. Like Brian Newman's on trumpet, and Lady Gaga has a solo, Let's Do It, Let's Fall in Love, and Brian Newman, who I think is the best horn player in town here in New York, shreds a solo on it. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if you're a fan of Tony Bennett like I am, this is probably, even though it's like, the end of the road for him, obviously, this is the best duet record he's put out since that Katie Lang record like 20 years ago. Like, it's a really, really strong record. Can't say I'm a huge fan of Lady Gaga's commercial stuff, but she is an amazing jazz vocalist. Like, she is incredible. And with that band, it was amazing. And the record actually now has a place in the Guinness Book of World Records for a release of new material by age of the artist at 95 years. Tony Bennett is the oldest musician to release a album of new material.
Awesome.
So it's a rad one to pick up.
He's a legend, that's for sure.
No kidding.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
My man Rob was shopping at Starbucks, bro. You just slid that Starbucks.
I knew I was gonna get that grief on this call. I knew I was gonna get that grief on this call.
I got a record and I'm good.
Dude, you got to stand for it though. Like it's good. It's good. But yeah, it is available at your local Starbucks. I think it's like $5, which is you can get it with your coffee.
Shoot.
I feel like I feel like I can see on Approach's vision board, release album at age 96 is probably going up there, and I don't doubt that you'll make it.
I only did 3 raps this year. One was Prime with Reach and Milk. One was Nate's record, and then one was for Steady P. I made a lot of music, but I didn't rap this year. I didn't have anything to say. So
that's how you do it, though. You got nothing to say. Hey,
you'll sound bad.
Yeah, you don't want to force it.
Nope.
Don't force it.
Yeah, that's
you know, I got an idea of what to do next year, but it might not be rapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We'll be-
You did a little different stuff on that record you did with me.
Oh, the instrumental record?
Yeah. I mean, different than what I've heard you do.
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
I know this. I seen a clip that Reach posted on his Instagram of Pro doing a freestyle.
Oh, messing up Reach's song?
You know, bruh, that just had me homesick, bruh. I'm like, this dude approach is just
man.
all flows, man, and just infinite bags to dig in as it regards to flows. I was like, he just really flows, just all of the flows.
I'm that uncle, man. When we're all 80 years old, you'll be like, this dude don't do no drugs, don't drink no lick. We can't invite Uncle Sean over, bro. This dude crazy. Get your brother out of here.
Nah, man, that just had me. It was very inspirational, man. I was homesick. I was like, man, they had the replay, man. It's going up. The homies is there. So yeah, I'm like, man, I'm gonna book a show. Come on.
Come on.
That was a reunion joint.
Yeah.
I don't know
really-
how to perform. I haven't performed in 3 years, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh, you'll be fine. You're a
Yeah.
visual artist now, man. You got all kinds of things. You a comedian. You got
Hey, man.
man.
Just
So
trying
you'll
to
be
figure
fine on stage. You'll be right where you're supposed to be. I had to tap Reach's shoulder to get on that song. I was itching. I
Yeah,
was like, please let me talk. Because
bruh.
it more got me hyped on that mug too. They murdered. Reach already knows how I feel about him and his music, and
And
it's
listen,
real cool. We follow similar paths.
evolve into a thing where I just, pat these guys on the back. But man, talk about just special, man. Special Reach, Approach, Milk, all these guys, special guys, man. So
Yeah, man.
They earned it for sure.
it's cool to be on the teams with all of
Right.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
lucky to be amongst the fellas, man. For real.
Yeah.
That's how I felt that night. So
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, let's Drew's been waiting. Let's bring in Drew from Dark Satellites and Mars Lights, if Mars Lights still exists. What's going on, Drew?
What's up, Drew?
Hey, how's it going?
Let's go, man.
Sorry I'm late. I just finished doing my chores.
No, this is great. You're
No,
farmer's got a farm.
super casual event,
Yeah.
man. People can come in and out if they want to.
I had to put the cat to bed and take out the trash, deal with the cats.
Did you hear any good records this year?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you which ones though. I don't remember. What year is it?
Which one you want?
You can't. What's on the turntable right now in the house?
The new Dinosaur Jr. record.
Oh yeah.
Was it a
good
Dinosaur
one.
Jr. record or was it a Jay Mascis record?
I think both. Yeah, there's a Dinosaur.
Did he release a
Jr.
solo
Came out
record
in
and then the
April.
band released a record?
Yeah, Sweeping in Space came out in April.
Hmm.
Whoops. Don't want.
That new
Hey,
single.
fellas.
him-
I have to check
See you,
out.
Approach.
I really appreciate you guys involving me. Medicine time. So
We'll see
Now-
ya.
y'all have a
Always good to see you, brother.
absolutely, man.
Here.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a happy holiday, bud.
Yeah.
See ya.
You got one in, one out policy or what?
It's just a party, man.
Yeah, it's
All right.
a party line. It's a party line, man.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What? So what? You guys want my list or what? This is
Yeah, we're kind of doing two
The
or
end of the
three
year,
or
we
whatever
do-
feels good. You
Yeah,
had
we do
a
lists. All right. Well,
what was good?
Well,
You
you mentioned-
Junior or Jay Mask, either one. You're just talking about them.
yeah. Has anybody mentioned the new Monta at Odds record?
No, do it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one. Peak of Eternal Light. They just put out a new record this year. Good local band. Expo 70 put out a couple of records this year. Those were real good.
You emailed me at
Going
one
through
point.
my list. The new Bummer record.
Yep,
The new Bummer. Yeah, that's
that's
a good one.
online too.
Yeah, I got into Exotica this year for some reason. I think it's because I just started liking rum drinks.
Is that what
But yeah, I listened to a lot of Exotica. There's this band from Sweden called Ixtahuile. They're
I don't even know how you spell
they're
that.
fucking awesome. Ixtahuele. Ixtahuile. They're
XT.
Ixtahuele.
Wow.
There'll be a
That is the least Googleable band name I think I've heard since
Ixtahuile.
timeshares.
They're really good. They put out
Google Docs just came up with a freaking pop-up that had it spelled exactly how you did it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
yeah, it's real good. They put out a record called Dharma Land this year. It's kind of an interesting project. They kind of interpreted a piece of music that was written I don't know if it was in the 50s or the 60s, but it was written by this guy named Eden Abez. He was like a weird proto-hippie from California. He's the guy who wrote Nate Boy, the old I'm Googling. Hold on.
I'm gonna hop off.
It's a Nat King Cole song. It's a pretty famous song, Nature Boy. Yeah, he wrote it.
Good.
But anyway, man,
Hey, bud.
I must put children to bed as an adult.
oh
man.
man,
Cheers. Thanks for coming by, Stick.
Peace, y'all. Y'all be cool, okay?
Man, good talking to you.
Be safe.
Hey Drew, to confirm,
yes.
is the
they
band
finished-
Bummer responsible for this instant classic song titled "I Want to Punch Bruce Springsteen in the Dick"?
Their song titles are fantastic.
Probably.
Man,
Yeah,
Yeah.
super
That's-
my speed.
that's the correct.
They're
band.
set. Yeah, they're out there. Their track lists are like stand-up sets. Yeah, but got Ixtahuile album's really good. If you like kind of proto jazz music, it's just I don't know, really good, really fun, different. A lot of flute. Hope you guys like flute.
Flute's cool.
I
Man,
didn't know I'm a flute.
I can dig some. Yeah, man.
Yeah, apparently I'm a flute guy.
I had to come back.
Well, what's up, man?
There he is.
My favorite record this year was Mick Jenkins' record. I was gonna feel really bad if I forgot it, but I was like, what's my most played? And it's Mick Jenkins' album. So now I will go back and hide. But I really appreciate it.
That's why, man. That's why we
I'm
did.
glad you came back. That's good.
I would have had to do
I
the same
appreciate
thing, man. I seriously would have.
Posterity.
Rob, you're gonna enjoy
see.
digging through the Bummer catalog for sure. Like if you like it, it's all good.
Into it.
Yeah.
I did have Dark Satellites on my list this year for David the Gnome's Adrenochrome Thunderdome.
Yeah,
was
sure.
so fucking great.
For
Like
sure.
I think
That
out of all
was
records this year, that's my
the-
favorite. that's like my go-to best front to back record. Like that's the one I put on in hit play and go all the way through. It has been accompanying me on the road while I'm coding. Like, oh, such an achievement, Drew.
Thank you. That's really nice. I appreciate it. I'll
actually just listened to it before the show. I put on the headphone. I weirdly I get a little nervous before the podcast, which there's no reason to, but I don't know. I just get antsy a little bit like before an actual show. So I put on the headphones and listened to David the Gnome.
Well, yeah. Now that you said that, just as we're talking about it, man, I appreciate all of the work that you put into to making this happen. I mean, I know we all kind of contribute to, to various degrees, but you are the catalyst, so I appreciate.
It's a lot of work.
Thanks, man. And to be clear, like you guys don't make me nervous at all. I don't know what it is. It's totally irrational, but.
Microsoft Teams?
I know it's much everybody else.
We've noted for the record that Rob hates Microsoft Teams. It's fine.
Yeah, he's just nervous for the NSA agents that are listening.
Totally.
We've said worse things than what we say on the podcast, I'm sure.
That's true.
Yeah. I think we talked about the new Failure album.
Failure has a record?
And
just
I haven't absorbed it enough to say
we have
really
talked about it.
Yeah, Failure just put out a record last week. It's real good.
Oh my god. What's the story? This is the first record
Failure.
Like a long time, right?
Well,
they've done
did one.
This is their third reunion record.
Yeah, third reunion record. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the middle one.
I love Fantastic Planet. Like that was such a good record. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Agreed.
Can't believe I missed it. It's bad form. Huh?
Raining Sound put out a new record. They were one of my favorite bands of the last 20 years or so. But I'm gonna cheat and say it's on my list.
That's
I'm
fine.
assuming it's very good.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I have an indie rock question for you guys. So, I like Lowe's Hey What. I like Double Negative more, probably. I've been really surprised how many lists have Hey What in like the top 5.
Really? This year?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know if you guys, how you feel about Low or Hey What specifically, and again, I really like it, but to me, Double Negative was like the leap, and I'm surprised by how many people seem to like this one more.
Really? Wow.
And it is kind of a like half regression back to the older Low sound mixed with the crazy digital distortion, which I guess is why people like it. I don't know. To me, just going full on craziness hit me harder, I guess.
I like Low. I'm not super knowledgeable about them. They're just kind of always on my list of things to check out someday in more detail.
I think you'd like Double Negative a lot.
Much.
Also, they have one of my favorite Christmas records of all time. Their Christmas record is so good.
It's about time to start spinning that Beak Christmas record. How you remember that? Those guys from Beak, they made that Christmas soul record. Soul Santas.
I've been listening to it.
Soul Santas. I need to get that back out.
I'm really surprised to hear that. There wasn't a ton of indie this year. Is it like, are they placing in the top 10 by default? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's why I'm throwing the question out is, I got it and I listened to it and I enjoyed it and I've listened to it quite a few times. I don't know, 6 or 8 times probably. And we'll continue listening to it. But
but didn't feel like it was, merited tops.
Right. I mean, I put 30, 35 records on my list, and it's not on there. Which is not. That sounds like I'm knocking. I'm not trying to knock it. I really enjoy it, but this was such a crazy good year for music discovery for me, at least. I mean, it was really hard to narrow it down to 30 or 35 to write about, even.
I don't think I think I listened to it once and I never picked it back up again. And I think I listened to it like release weekend in the car, and I just never. There was not anything on there that was like I have to go and listen to again. And if you compare that to like 2018, like, man, that what was the name of the closer on Double Negative? Disarray. Like Disarray, I think I listened to like on repeat like multiple times for like an hour. Like that was, what a way to close that record. Like,
Double Negative is basically flawless, I think.
Well, and it would be a tough thing.
Does anybody mention Mokhtar record that came out this year?
No, not yet.
MD Mokhtar, yeah.
That's done well.
Desert
Pitchfork had it
Blues.
at like 7 or something.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just cranked up desert blues music, just really good, fluid guitar playing and hypnotic rhythms. John Carpenter put out another album this year.
Tell us more.
Lost Themes.
I
It
think we're
sounds
losing
like
a little bit of Drew.
if you're into John Carpenter, then there's another John Carpenter record.
Are we talking about the filmmaker John Carpenter?
Yeah. Yeah, he does his own music.
What does he sound like?
Soundtracks for his movies. I mean, like guitar shred and synths, and it's a lot of camp and a lot of like, virtuosity.
Wow. You know, it'd be funny if like
Horror
John
film soundtracks.
if John Carpenter was just straight up Monkees covers. Like that would be so funny. His musical output was just like diametrically opposed to his like cinema. That would be hilarious. Like the records he sells are just like sunshine and rainbows. And then
Aren't the Monkees on tour right now? Aren't the Monkees on tour right now, or am I imagining things?
Oh no, one of the Monkees died. The basement.
Michael Nesmith died.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Speaking of spooky, on my list was the Bridge City Sinners, which if you haven't heard them, if you like Squirrel Nut Zippers or Days and Days or kind of this, there's this like growing movement of like crust punks who are playing this like pseudo bluegrass / jump blues. And a lot of the records before this one for Bridge City Sinners like did not have a production value that I felt like matched the band, especially the live act. And this new one is really, really strong. I'd recommend picking up The Devil's Swing or Departed off of that record to get a good taste. And they're starting to develop a narrative voice as songwriters that feels to me like very Decemberists with respect to like storytelling. And there's a 2-parter, The Legend of Oleg High, on that record that is really good. And also, lead singer who's an alto and also a banjo player can't be beat.
I think they were on a list, or you and I had a conversation maybe 6 months back or longer, and they were something you recommended to me at that point, kind of along with War on Women and Kill Lincoln, maybe.
Yeah, Kill Lincoln, man, Bad Time had a huge year this year. Ska had a huge year this year, but they put out a split with Less Than Jake this year. There was a new We Are the Union record where the lead singer came out as trans and ended up being a big deal. And then a new Joystick record. But the record from that label that I thought was just the home run was Catbite out of Philadelphia's Nice One. It is really, really strong. So if you're really into the Agrolites, or you're into the Specials, or kind of that particular brand of ska that's a little lower speed but a little higher message, especially around racial equality, like Catbite is really strong. The two tracks off of that I would recommend are Call Your Bluff and Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb. Super fun record. And I'm very excited that like ska is making this kind of massive like grassroots comeback, and it's coming entirely outside of the music industry, and it's coming entirely through YouTube and TikTok. And people are remembering how fun this music used to be.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
One of these days we'll get to that eighth wave.
They identify themselves as no wave. That's okay. How they're describing. We're no wave ska.
Well, Lincoln had that too. Lincoln had the No Coast.
Oh, that's true.
That might not have been invented by Sucker Punch Records. I'm not sure.
A local record that I want to mention was it's called Out With the Old, but it's a play on Out With the Old by Braden Young. He's in Hello Biplane and Alien Hellbop. He's multi-instrumentalist, very talented, for like one of the most talented people I know probably, and songwriting. He just writes and writes and writes, man. He's got so much material. But this record he put out was just a collection of songs that he did like when he was out in California. There's a thing called the One Day Song Club. So they would just write and record a song in one day and submit it. So this is just some selections of that that he put out as a record this year. But just very good songwriting, fun songs. It's like just rock and roll, nice guitar tones, but he's got, it's good. So if you have a chance to check it out, Out With the Old, very humorous. He's got a great sense of humor too.
That sounds cool. Yeah. I think while we're talking one more time about local stuff, I'm flipping through my list. I think we've touched on all my local stuff except I've got the Leonard Destroy album, Snacks Volume 1, on my list, which is super cool. He's mostly a beat producer, and Snacks Volume 1 it sits in this crazy space of like, it's both a beat tape and a rap album. Like there's more than just vocal samples. There's verses in a lot of the songs and stuff, but it really has, the songs are short and it really has a producer forward kind of vibe. And oh man, it's really, I mean, you could headphones it, or you could like grill out to it, and it would work equally well in both kind of situations. And his back catalog is great too. So Leonard Destroy, Snacks Volume 1, probably my last local one we haven't touched on. Drew, you've been Googling madly. What are you Googling?
Snacks Volume 1 and adding it to my wish list.
Oh, sweet.
All right, got it.
Dude, I had
it's like a donuts thing.
Yeah, kind of.
I had a couple others I wanted to mention. I mean, there, and I said, I wanted to cast a wide umbrella over, the people who had the show, because obviously we were interested in that music, so, but outside. So I'm going a little outside of that. So like Juliet Frost, when Royce and I joined the Wednesday night drinking practice podcast, Howie didn't make it, but they talked to us about the long play listening party, and their other guest was named Juliet Frost, and I think she's like 18, but she has a lot of material out with this record she put out called Lepidoptera, yeah. Are you familiar?
No, but that's the in entomology is the family for butterflies.
Excellent. Okay, so thank you for that.
Hey, happen to be the nerd.
No, it's great. It's crazy. It's like an hour. It's a little over an hour long. It's kind of like trip hop, but she does a lot of cool stuff with beats, electronic, drum programming, some cool synth stuff. But there's a couple of tracks on there. One called Euphraktris and another called Bjorkkind or Bjorkkind. Probably give you a good idea of kind of what it's about. But that was a really interesting one that I listened to and wanted to bring up.
I kind of feel like a proper nerd could work MS Teams.
Oh, shots fired! Someone has to defend his own turf.
I've taken 3 or 4 shots, so I feel like I can.
You can dish.
Send one back.
Hey, the fact that I got this working on Linux, I think, speaks to my geek cred.
Yeah. You know I will never seriously come for your geek cred. That would be a fool's errand.
I don't know. I did drop a Starbucks record on this podcast, so maybe that's welcome.
Well, we could. I mean, there's a billion records. We could go on. I mean, again, it's such a good year for music, and I'll collect as much of this as I can for the show notes, and you can read my list at MrFuriousRecords.com. But maybe to just kind of wrap up, maybe we could go around and is there something you're looking forward to in 22 or something that you're working on? Either one or both. And to give you a minute to think, I'll go ahead and go first. We were kind of expecting the Ghost Mind record, Dark Blonde, Light Brown, to come out this year. It hasn't, no problem. When it does, it's going to be amazing. Nate's done a remix for that album for one of the singles already. So I'm very much looking forward to Dark Blonde, Light Brown in 2022. As far as work, I'm in the middle of singing my lead vocals for my next solo album, Fight Songs. So that's the main thing I'm working on. But of course, there'll be some synth music sprinkled in. And who knows, maybe with Nate's singles series wrapping up in the next couple weeks, maybe we will work on some Orbital Debris. And maybe we'll be bringing Royce in on that. Just saying.
Yeah, I think that's in the plans for sure. Well, I don't know if you're trying to be whatever. Does anybody else want to go? I mean, I'll go if nobody else wants to go, but
hit it, Nate.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm glad you mentioned Ghost Mind, though. Make Me Feel Something, which is his latest track. I think he's working on another one he's about to release pretty soon, but that's an excellent track. He's got some really, really great vocals on that track. But I'm also looking forward to that record. You mentioned Orbital Debris. I have some stuff that, a group of songs that I'd like to spend time working on. Like I think I did a track a month, and like I get down to it and like mix it and put it out real quick, and like I realized I'm learning some stuff now. I want to spend more time putting more time into what I've kind of picked up, and start using some more tips and things that I've picked up along the way. But that's what I'm working on. Yeah, I mean, there's a few other. I mean, the Bridge and KKFI both have top tracks of 2020. They're both doing they both have their various lists, and they have playlists and archives. So you can go back and look at each of their programs and the playlist of each program, and there's a ton of really good music, and you can pick out the new stuff that they put out and find a bunch of stuff. So I don't think we shouldn't do the episode without mentioning at least those two stations and what you can find on there. There's tons, but so there, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming out that I can't even think about, or
For sure.
So someone save me.
I'll go if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on. I am finally making progress again on a Mars Lights album that Howie and I have been working on for 10 years.
Nice.
I got my
point. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I got my vocal mics all set up. I just got this nice adjust boom stand here. It's streamlined the process a little bit.
Drew's wiggling his boom stand around for the audio podcast listeners.
I mean, in a way that I feel is a little provocative, I have to say.
Yeah, came on here and aggressively boom standed. I'm working on lyrics and vocals. That's always the hardest part of any project, and that's probably why I've put it off for so long. But yeah, I want to knock that out. I have another night mode record that I want to finish. I bought one of these Electron Digitones this year.
Oh, whoa.
And
wow.
I immediately made an entire LP with it and started tracking it in. And it's just been kind of sitting dormant in my dock because for some reason I decided to do another Dark Satellites record. And so I'm going to have to pick up on that and pick up where I left off.
Dang, man.
I collaborated with a bunch of other local guys on it. So I'm really looking forward to putting that out, hopefully in 2022. I've been getting a little bit. My friend Tim, who lives in Oregon, we are just kind of doing singles about the TV shows that we like to watch. Is that somehow that's the thing that crystallized. The first song we put out in camp. It's about Tim's favorite queen on RuPaul Drag Race. The band is called Karen Dean. We have a friend named Aaron Keane, so we called our band Karen Dean. I think he was okay with it.
He would love that.
But yeah. He's sent me a whole bunch of demos, and I haven't had time to go through them and work on them, but I want to do another single with him pretty soon. He's probably getting kind of frustrated with me. I'm gonna try and do another Dark Satellites record this year. That's pretty ambitious given everything else I'm trying to do, but I don't know. I want to make it 3 years in a row. I've never done that before. So that'd be fun. And then something I'm looking forward to is Howie and I have been talking about going up and collaborating with his dad on a new night mode record. I think that'd be pretty fun. I feel like I haven't played music with anybody else in 2 years now. So
in approximately
just
one pandemic.
yeah. Yeah, it's been a while, but that sounds like fun. I think we should try and make that happen maybe in the spring.
Yeah, for sure. That's very doable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm staying busy. I got a lot going on.
Speaking very briefly of Ed, my dad, who made the night mode record, the most recent night mode record, C. He and I had an email exchange.
Another one, man. Sorry, didn't mean to.
He and I had an email exchange today about. He asked if there were special envelopes to mail CDs, because we made some CDs of the album C. So I got to tell him about the padded envelopes that CDs go in, so he can mail some of those around.
He's aware of media mail, right?
As of today, yes.
Now.
Okay, good.
Yep, we got that.
I'll save him
We got that squared away.
money. Yeah.
Rob, you get the last word. What are you looking forward to musically in 2022?
So Dan Andriano from Alkaline Trio has a kind of more straightforward, just rock and roll side project called The Bygones. Put out 4 singles so far. The record's supposed to come out in the spring. And it sounds really great. It sounds really terrific. I've been a big fan of almost all of his solo work, but this stuff I think is some of his best solo stuff. Some of his best songwriting outside of Alkaline Trio. Period that I've ever heard. The new Frank Turner is going to be dropping in February. That it promises to be really cathartic and really loud, and in a way that some of his past 3 or 4 records haven't been. And there is a rumor about a new Interrupters record, and they're long overdue, especially given so much great rock and roll from bands like Sincere Engineer this year, The Last Gang, Catbite, which I mentioned earlier. I feel like the thing that's missing is a good Interrupters record in that mix. And then last year he had a great Bad Cop record, great Bomb Pops record. I think a Interrupters record landing in 2022 would be just huge, and hopefully that comes to fruition. Keenly looking forward to it.
I agree. That would be fantastic. We may have a late surprise guest. Jerrett, are you with us? You will need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, what's up, family?
Jerrett, what's going on?
Oh, my goodness. Everybody looking so good. How's everybody doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Merry Christmas, fam.
Merry Christmas.
We're doing great. We've had... So you're catching us just at the tail end, which is totally fine. In a minute, I'm going to ask you for, 2 or 3 records that really jumped out at you this year.
Absolutely.
But we've had lots of people come through. Approach has been through. Reach, Stik Figa, Til Willis. Feel like I'm maybe forgetting somebody, and I apologize if I am. But
there you go.
Where's Royce?
Yes. Royce is doing drywall at the studio tonight.
Nice.
So that went a little later than he planned.
That's hard work
for us, but studio
there's
comes
no plug-in
first.
for that yet.
No, no, can't digitize that.
That is brutal work.
So Jerrett, what'd you listen to this year? What did you love?
Top 3, man, that's super hard, but I'll just say what I've been vibing a lot. That new Brijan record on Ghostly International, that record called Feelings. Super, super good. Kind of down tempo, kind of whispery Rhodes based deep house stuff. just really beautiful stuff. A little Tropicalia in there. It's so good. Let's see, the new Andrew Morgan record. The double is going to be called Liminalia, but what's available now on streaming is called Between Lanes. I suggest everyone pick that up. Kind of like symphonic pop, but a little bit more, I don't know, like a little bit more like ambient folk too. It's hard to describe like all Andrew's output. Super good. I mean, honestly, I've been doing a lot of reissue digging lately. A lot of stuff like on Analog Africa, a lot of the Light in the Attic stuff. Oh, how about the new DJ Harrison record on Stone's Throw? That's been on constant rotation for the last couple weeks.
All right.
So good. So good.
Very cool. And what are you maybe looking forward to in 22, or what are you working on right now?
Oh, man. Well, just rebuilt up my little lab a little bit. So I've been making some music. Nate and I have a vinyl reissue coming up. I've been working on that project last couple of weeks. Man, that's been super, super fun, super complicated, but super fun. And yeah, I don't know, release-wise, gosh, I don't know. I don't want to waste airtime thinking about it, but I know there's a lot coming up. I know there's a lot of pre-orders my mailbox is waiting to be blessed with.
Man, I wanted to, now that you're on, man, the Dead Minutes, the Tigerfish.
Oh yeah.
You know, it says 2008, but I just heard it this year, and I do like. I told Howie I wanted to do a show around it just because I really like that record.
Thank you so much, man. Actually, to keep it in the family, I just reached out to Royce last week, and he's going to be mastering it for us soon.
Nice.
Yeah, so super blessed about that, man. Thanks for listening, man.
Oh man, oh yeah. It's a like a guided by voices vibe, man. Like just rock guitar. It's real good.
So
man.
wait, but it's from 2008, but Royce is going to be mastering it coming up.
Yeah. So you know, we lost a dear friend, a huge member of the Midwest community, Isaac Deal, this year. We were in Archetype together. But a lot of people don't know that back at my studio in Lawrence, we would write a song and record it in a day. And we did this for a while and ended up with the full length. And it's a rock record. And I'm just super, super excited to share it with everybody.
So it's never been released before?
No, just family and friends back in the day. And even that was kind of minimum. It was kind of like our little secret.
Cool.
Sorry if I spilled the beans, but
no, man, I'm excited. Thanks for listening.
No, man, I don't know if I specifically told you about that, but because you told me about it. But yeah, man, I listened to it. It's good.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that sounds great. We can definitely do that, and that would be great to hear the album and remember Isaac, and we can definitely do that when the record's ready.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Well, this has been great.
Hey, before we go.
Oh, here we go.
All right, what are we doing?
Oh, wow.
Wait, are Nate and I wearing the same
Nate's
thing?
digging for something.
It's getting something.
Digging for something.
We're in the same thing, but I did say, and if we're talking about albums,
there it is.
Corey Phillips.
So it's shipping, huh? Corey Phillips and the Band of Light. The double vinyl is.
It's a double vinyl. You get 2. You get all the lyrics.
That looks great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So, just shameless plug, but I'm excited about it, so I had to bring it up.
Yeah, congratulations. The record sounds great.
Yeah, man, I enjoy it.
Outstanding. Well, we'll put a link to that too. It'll be the last link. Go back and listen. If you haven't listened to the Corey Phillips and Band of Light episode of The Long Play, go back and listen to that. It was a fun one. And this has been a blast. I'm already looking forward to next year. And I'm sure I'll be talking to all you guys in various capacities soon.
Don't hop off.
Right, fake ending, show ending. It's the end of the show. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you in 22.
All right, see y'all.
Bye-bye.
Woo.